Hey everyone, so double stick. This one is going to focus on just single leg training. We want to build resiliency in the single leg through the connective tissue and really get you to understand foot to core or foot to hip integration. So grab your two sticks. If you don't have our sticks, grab two wooden dowels, grab two pieces of PVC, whatever you need, all right? First thing we're going to do is set the sticks at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Your feet are, as you can see, are pretty close together, just about a ½ inch or so apart. We're going to place the bottom of the sticks, remember, towards you, so that way when you push the sticks down into the floor, it's going to follow your natural arm line drive. Hands are just about shoulder level or chest level. We're going to push the sticks into the floor about 50% tension. Pushing the sticks down, you're going to feel those lats engage. You're going to feel that deep front line activate. And what I want you to think about is a clock, an analog clock. We're going to bring the right hip up into flexion. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out with my right foot. I'm going to actually be doing a single leg back bend here on my left glute. And I'm going to try to reach out and touch that imaginary 12. Then I'm going to pull myself back in. And now I'm going to go out to my 1 o'clock. So as you can see, my ground, my static leg is not moving. This is staying still. All right, pull yourself back in. Now I'm going to go out to my 2. So once again, focusing on that, pretty much that single leg back bend on my left leg. Now I'm going to reach out to my 3. Now this is going to hit more of that lateral tissue line. I'm pushing the sticks down to make sure that I can access core tissues for proximal stability. But then you can see there I used my torso as a counterweight, and that allowed me to really reach out farther with that right foot. Now I'm going to keep going around that clock. I'm going to go back out to right now the 4. Reaching out. The torso goes in the opposite direction of the foot. So if my foot there was pushing out to my 4, the torso should be leaning towards my 10. Now as I go back to my 5, I'm reaching back. My torso is going out to my 11 o'clock position. And try to reach back as far as you can. You can actually extend your ankle, try to get those toes out there to reach. Come back up. And now let's go to our 6. Reaching back, driving. Reach, 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 reach. The farther back you push that right foot, the more tension you're going to drive and feel into that left leg. Come back up. Now I'm going to go back to my 7. I'm reaching for the 7. My torso's aiming for the 1. Come back up. Now to the 8. Stay behind. As you can see, I'm reaching behind my left leg, not in front. I'm going to change to the front in just a little bit, but for right now, we're going behind that left leg. And now to the 9. Reaching for the 9. Reach, 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 reach. As you can see, you can see that torque and that axial rotation that's taking place on that left leg. Now I'm going to go to my 10. So now for the 10, I'm going to come across the front of my body. I'm going to have to turn my torso a little bit. Now I'm going to go to my 11. And you're going to naturally adjust the sticks where you feel that it gives you the best base of support. So when it comes to stick position, we don't really tell you that there's a specific flow to this. It's adjustable to each person's basically skill level. So if you have a lot of stability on your single leg, you're probably not going to manipulate the sticks as far. But if you really don't have a lot of stability and balance, you're going to find that you're going to be moving your sticks or angling your sticks to help maintain that upright stability that you're looking for. Now, let's switch legs. Push the sticks into the floor, 50% tension, bring that left hip up, and now reach out for that 12. Remember, as you're reaching, when you get to your end range, now I'm going counterclockwise, reaching out to the 11, Coming back, we want slow, controlled movement, not fast. Remember, we don't learn anything fast. We want to make sure that we do this nice and controlled so you establish that neuromuscular control that we're looking for. Pushing out to the 9. Coming back. Now to the 8. Back up. Now to 7. So as I push back to 7, my torso is leaning forward to the 1 o'clock position. Back to 6. Coming back up. When you get to your end range, hold it there for a few seconds. Remember, we're not looking for a drive-by. We want to hold that end position so that way you can understand what that feels like and get strong there. So now I'm pushing to the 4, and my torso is going to the 10. Now I'm going to come to the 3. Reaching for the 3. My torso is pushing out to the 9. Now I'm going to come to my 2 o'clock. Now my 1. And back up. There you go. Hey, you're going to feel that foot. It may cramp up a little bit. If that happens, ease out of the movement, walk around a little bit, let the cramping dissipate, and then come back and pick up right where you left off. Give this a shot. Your single leg foot to core integration is going to feel and see a lot of improvement. Have a good one.